stuff, but I don't see enough.
Yeah.
My vision sucks. Not literal vision.
Yeah. I think just setting up like that's where that like one or two, before you like push like third, but like just have them
Right.
like those like original ones. Because that's not too bad of a left if you like it. Pick one that
Right.
triggers emotion from that.
Right.
Just like add it to the arsenal.
Yeah, so I'll look, if I move out, I'll look for Americana. If I can get one on up, I'll try and do a head and arm show, try and do that kind of wrapping setup for it.
Yeah.
Or see if he'll show up for that. Those are the ones I look for, but and now I've got plenty of time to do that. It's the other ones that aren't quite as secure that that's what I don't get it for.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you look for that.
Side control. Here. My normal side control is to go under the head and control the far side of the head piece or to get that shoulder. That is our way of being inside.
You're saying under the head.
Like this.
Yeah, no, I think it's good, but that's that's like at least what I found is it's kind of like cooking.
Okay.
So once you do that, if you lock your arms, like your hands here, and keep it secure,
Right.
you're secure.
Right.
It's like my favorite to stay like holding it as soon as I can. So, but I think the problem is you don't have any attacks.
Right.
So the one thing you can do from there, if you want to start transitioning, is
Work that
knee,
up.
and then you can either go to mount or you can let off and switch to the other.
Right.
But I'd say that one's not as desirable for attacking as it is securing.
Right.
I love it for securing.
For attacking for the elbow on the far side of the head, control the hip this side or
Yep, and I probably, well, if I'm gonna attack, I'm probably gonna go belly mount or that north south, or like that 45.
okay.
Because I think a lot of people struggle.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, so here, yeah, see, if my arm gets caught, I'm really in trouble. So as soon as I get these frames, I have to start bringing this frame down as you rotating. So if you go under the head, like your normal one, these frames, yeah, are pretty strong. So I'm pushing, but now start rotating like in snail speed. Yeah. See, I can't leave this arm, so this has to come back, and I either have to give you like, yeah, put it here, and now you can start reaching under this arm. Yep, and now you can go here. All because I had to move this because you started rotating.
I think that's definitely an area where I'm struggling. Because I'll start your frames in and I'll start inwardly coming this way.
Yep, and when you go that way, it's perfect. My frames stay,
Right,
bring
you
my
know
knees
that,
in,
yeah,
everything.
right.
But when you start coming this way, I have to switch my frame to either,
Okay.
Roll
Yeah, yeah.
out or whatever. But I have to move this. I can't get it stuck under my head like that.
Okay. So under your head, secure forward. Are you? It feels kind of weird or hard to put a lot of downward pressure inside your when he's on the back because of that.
Yeah.
I got to be close to you.
Yeah.
But these are out in space.
Yeah, so this is one that's interesting too because I was talking about this massive thing.
So if you go like sort of your side control,
And then you can take your knees off. Yep, and add your weight.
Right.
Yeah.
That puts weight in here, but it's still space here.
Yeah, and that's always been my issues. Like
Right.
this slide is so easy to back like so it's like, oh no, like you're putting all your weight, and then all of a sudden I'm just like,
Right.
well I'm out.
Right.
So I think it's
Yeah, one way you keep the right pressures.
locking the head.
Yeah. So keep it right in the back.
Yeah, I mean it adds a little bit, but I don't know if it's worth. Yeah, because you're more worried about like these frames, so if you bring that leg back. I have the easiest frame. Whereas if you brought this up, yeah, and bring your elbow towards me. That's why I like this, but now you have to be glass.
Here, right.
Yeah,
I
so
know here.
it's good for when you first get into side control, because the first thing I'm gonna do right here. And now you're cooking for a little bit,
Right.
and then when you're ready, yeah, you can rotate.
Okay.
But that's usually what I've found for like the almost like holding that.
Right. Let's get in position, establish it.
Just like mount, because everyone does the same thing. Like as you're transitioning from wherever, so here, I got my friends. As you slide into mount, the first thing I'm not gonna do is go.
Right.
No, as soon as you're hitting, I'm like, no, gotta get.
Right.
So usually it's good to take like the most secure spot.
Sure.
At least that's what I do.
Right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. There's a lot of things that we do when we're taught to do these things. This cycle is how you use it to go.
Yeah.
There's some details that some people need to figure out to make it more effective. And I think that yes, it's secure, but limited. This is better. You walk right into this. When you switch to the other on the far side of the head, you have the ability to take it out.
I think it kind of limits your switching out. So if you're gonna work like north south, either spin. So like
You know, at the same speed you're doing, you're here as you're rotating. I'm here, but you're probably rotating because I had these frames.
Right.
So now maybe you can't get the grip you want, and I start taking it like this. You can either go back or you can go all the way to the other side. Yep. So now see this arm's pinned here, and I'm trying to build the frames back.
Right.
But you're in a nice secure. Now you can start looking at like a mount transition again.
Even this elbow tuck right here.
Well, this elbow's tucked, but you can secure, like, you can try to go back for that head, you can find whatever you're comfortable, like, entering out. But it's like, kind of like we talked about, like, switching together.
Right.
Just changing to get back to the spot that is your dominant.
Sure.
So first, if you're here, frames come in,
Right.
good. If you don't switch, I'm gonna start
Yeah, these can come in.
winning. But if you start north-south, you
Right.
and now my hands are in different positions, and then you can work, like I said, if you know the attack here, you can try and set up that grip,
Right.
or you can switch around, you can switch to the belly.
When you get in north south, do you pause there, or do you immediately start going after something? Because it
I
feels
usually don't pause too, so like,
it feels real foreign. I remember you used north south.
if we're here, yeah, so we're like, we're side control, I just gotta switch. See, if I can get this, I'm taking this, and I'm
Okay.
staying here.
Okay.
Because from here, I'm going.
And you still pull this knee back.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. Well, once I'm going for the chuck, just for a second. You don't have to. Right here. But I kind of like the weight a little bit higher,
Right.
and I also like to be ready for that arm bar.
Right.
So that's why if I have this, I'm going here. If you fight the hands, yeah, I move to the side.
Right. Pull up.
This,
is
yeah,
awesome.
kick this up and over. I think this up over your head. Because as soon as this comes, even if you're fighting this, like you can choke.
Right.
But I can step this. You know. But that's why I like. That's why Greg had. Like show it.
Right.
But yeah, if you can get the hand in the right position,
Right.
then as soon as I get that, it's just hard to get out of that.
Right.
When you look at the control, the head over and like one, I think it's still fine. But once you have this, it is going for the next level.
Okay. I'll tell them I'm gonna go through side control.
Yeah.
I'll start playing with it. If you see someone just coaching through, I'm gonna give you resistance.
Yeah.
But if you see something, I'm leaving wide ass open, talking through it, start squaring some your way. I see what you're doing there.
You're still alright. But see, this is where you wanna, at least in my opinion, as this knee's coming down, like, I can't get in, so you're still okay. But my frames are starting to get pretty good.
Right.
I would start thinking like, either move, switch knee on belly, because like here you can still switch
Oh,
knee
yeah.
on belly, right?
Yeah. My first officer goes through climb and post on the head and switch it for a second. Your knees up. That's what happened. So I think knee on belly would be the better
Yeah, because you could slide it into the line.
Yeah, see, so now as soon as I went to throw it, now I'm stuck like this. This is a rack.
Right.
So I have to.
That way it's long in transition and then. you
Yeah,
got the angle.
kind of decision as soon as I start like pushing that. Yeah, you can switch to this knee and kick that free. You can do that one too. As I'm starting to push this. Yeah. Now, yeah, I'm gonna rotate.
Just some slow options, but like, yeah, those
Oh, yeah.
are like some of the thought processes.
Right,
I
right.
think.
I think that's the best way to describe what I'm lacking or thought processes. How to get to the spot.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I mean, see what you're feeling, because like here again, you're gonna be secure. Like now I have to work to get these in and everything.
Right.
But depending on what you want to do, so also don't be afraid. You know, if you want to start your mouth transition,
Right.
if you want to start your hand up, you still can.
I feel like, again, you're stuck at weakness. You can't get the front end one.
No, I can't get my frame where I want it, but I'd probably just say, at this point, I'm losing. So if you're blocking the head, but we're probably gonna end up in a stall, so I'm just gonna do this.
I got you.
Right, like, I don't have anything here.
Yeah, and you want.
Yeah, but I know that you can't move, so I'm controlling from the
Yeah,
bottom.
you're still, okay.
You
So
can
while that feels
switch
good,
to
it's
mount
not.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
mount, if I can beat your knee in time, mount it. I gotta beat your knee in time.
Alright, so
Yeah.
that's definitely not a good idea. Just being strong.
That's the kind of shit that's stuck.
Yeah, because that's what you have to watch too, is them all the way to turtle. And that's where sometimes I think you can switch all the way around.
Right.
Because that,
That's what I felt.
we went, I mean, you got here, we fought a little. As I started rotating up, you tried to stay, keep this arm from getting the turtle. You kept kind of rotating around the turtle until I eventually cleared this. And you stayed here, and then you hit a turtle, and then you were all the way, I was all the way turtle, and now you start fighting turtle.
Right.
But if you go back, just a second, as you're here, in that north south, like you said, you can spin
Right.
and secure before you hit that.
Right.
Because here is a lot tougher. If I can keep you in here, look for those two crowds.
Right.
But even, you know, just here is tight enough that I can start
Right.
working some stuff.
Okay. Fun again.
Yeah. Okay, so we switched.
Yeah, see, now I'm in trouble. I would probably, if it was me and I got caught here, yeah, I just started switching back to take the side control rather than moving my back.
Right.
But now you're in, my arms are all screwed up.
Right, right.
Very flat.
I think that's one of the motions I know I don't use that you and others use on me. Is that chest weight spin around.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't use it.
Yeah. And this whole exercise, just think about like, if the position sucks or starts sucking for you,
Right.
find a new. Just find a new
Sure.
one. But do it on your time.
Right.
Because that's what I found. When you do it on their time,
Right.
it just gets worse. If I start getting my frames like 90% in,
Right.
the minute you go to transition, I already know where you're going.
Sure. I think it's part of the growing hurdle is do I swim something else different and reestablish that same position, or I bail out early? You won't know until you're in a situation, but there's
Yeah.
always the fight.
Yeah.
His instinct is
see the hole I got, I'll let you go. But if you already stopped it,
Yeah.
come on, hold on to it, nothing. We're gonna decide.
Whichever side. Like I said, I probably won't be able to bring this in, but it's some great frames to try and move around.
So I've got traffic collars, so you stay north south, yes.
Yeah, so like what you have now is really good. I think you can look for those paper cutters.
Yeah.
So if you can drive your head against this arm. So don't let this arm in.
Okay, so strap.
Yeah. See, so now if I can't bring this arm in, then look, and then you can just sprawl out and start choking. Like as soon as you get that, and then, yep, you just drive that against the right. But if you can keep this from getting involved with just your head,
Right.
it's your hand versus my neck, which I'll lose.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I like, once you have this grip.
That's another one of those. I got one with the bail out and because it's clear you were getting down. You're getting out while you're going that way.
Yeah, I think you can sprawl out probably a little bit more. So from there with that grip, you almost turned it back to like side. So you were almost doing like
Right.
all the way back here. So I was able to kind of like bring this in and start like pulling out.
Right.
I think if you're a little more like 45, this is pretty good.
Okay. And you going at this now was, or just now in reverse when you got out. Which way were you going?
I think I ended up going that way. I think because this frame got in a little bit. Yeah, cornered that way. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
Right.
But it's a good grip. I mean, it was
Oh,
good.
it was
Good
definitely
switch.
secure.
Get the grip and then work your chokes and armor.
Right.
It was good. You got, I
Got
think,
a keep over there.
just your feet, yeah, a little bit wider. Because you got to the point where you got to throw the choke on. I meant, yeah, whatever angle, so my,
Right.
yeah.
More
Because once they
north-south.
climb a little bit this way,
You can grab it over.
yeah.
I can use more in the line of this line.
I mean, you're pretty much to the point where you can start setting up that choke, and now I got to defend the choke. I mean, it's good. It's nice. It's a nice transition. You're already transitioning to the point where I said this frame start coming in, and then it's like,
I'm trying to work. I want to keep this arm from here. I want to keep this arm down.
yeah, away from like, so
Oh, away from your neck so you can't feel it.
yeah. If I
I go
can't
paper
defend, yeah, if you go paper cutter, or you know, I'm gonna start building frames. So if you keep this down and around, I can't build. I mean, I have my
Okay, so
elbow, I guess.
So it can be above or below my head, just as long as my head's going.
Yeah, I'd say just, and this is all from like just right now. I can't say for certain, but I can say the only frame I have right now is I'm driving my elbow here,
Right.
but I don't have. That's it. This is the only,
Right.
and that doesn't really do anything if you're 45.
Right.
Pushing your head this way, you're fine.
Right.
But if I get here,
Right. That is pushing it.
yeah.
If I get it.
But if it's here, yeah, it's still.
Same thing.
Yep. See, I can't now. I gotta start swimming. Like this feels terrible for me.
Yep.
Hey.
So it doesn't matter. I don't have to keep the head above the other arm. It's just keep my head down so it's okay underneath my head.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, because then there's no, and then, like, yeah, wherever, even if you can. If I can come, if it's on this side, I have a chance to defend them. If it's on this side, I'm not.
Right. Well, I think sometimes no matter what sets up first, and I probably won't shoot there. I want to try and shoot that from skin underneath me. Even if it is above my head, to try and push me towards your hips, which will swing you at that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just shoot you and let you slide on it than try and force the other side and be stuck halfway hanging underneath.
Yeah.
Right. Now, for the arm bar, I'm going to roll the other side.
Which arm bar?
So, over here,
Now, this one you don't have to.
this one I'll have to.
This
Oh,
one,
that's right, understood.
yep, you just kind of slide. Yeah, slide up under the elbow a little bit. And pin with, in the wrist. Yep. Yep.
Just let it stay here.
I think so. If you have this part deep enough, you can probably just finish it there.
Yeah. Better to kick it over, but if you were in a pinch and it's deep enough, I don't think you have to spread it.
It should be deep enough to go back my collar.
Yeah. And you can slide if you want. You can slide to like letting off the collar and slide up the
Okay.
elbow if you want.
Okay. Because I really almost like the shoulder.
Yeah. So
Take that same, you want that same grip.
but I'm fighting here. No, you can't have the choke. Yeah, as you go to step, just start sliding. Yep. And now you're under the.
Yeah, no, that's pretty
But I think you can move, even if you didn't go from like
here to here. You could probably go from like here to like this, like right in the armpit material, and just. Because if you try and escape, so go ahead and see how it feels.
but if we're here,
And I go from this to like this.
Right.
Go ahead and like try and escape. I won't even do it.
Right here. You're not on the shoulder.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
So I moved it. So I moved from here.
Where
Right.
here you might be able to slip your elbow out.
This is more of a twist
Yeah.
on me. When you slide to the shoulder, it's more of a, it's more of a lift. I'm out of control of my body now.
Yeah, and I had plenty of time.
But I'm off the back.
Yeah. And this is what we were just like, and I'm not, foot's not even over.
Right.
I'm just with this controller just too
Right.
much.
Yeah.
And then once this comes over,
It's over.
And that's just it's a minor,
Yeah, just let it slide a little bit.
yeah, just to like, maybe like you don't have to go down to like here, but this is pretty good too. Yeah.
so we're here. Yeah.
So now you can try and, yeah, like feel it slow. Yeah. You want to keep this, yeah, like pulling up. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
When you did it for me, I felt like this. I felt off the back.
And down. Yeah.
That's good.
See, because by the time you have. Yeah, but you've stepped over
Right.
15 times. It took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to just feel that like control. That's how much time you had. What, it took me like
5
Three or four good
of going.
pumps. Right. Right.
when you're setting up, you're going to be wasting. You're going to lift once and just kick this over their head, and then
Right.
just.
Right.
But that's what's nice about that armbar from there.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
near side,
Yeah,
especially 'cause you already have that
you're already
grip.
scooped full, sure. Sure.
So it's a 2, and that's what I was saying. Just pick 2, because from there you have.
Paper cut, and I'm like, no.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to give you.
Not stay safe. Yeah, exactly.
Or you're starting to gank the arm, and then you have like fighting this, and then you just switch.
Right.
Get the head on this side. Now this arm can't block the choke.
Right. Now, from the same north south position, back collar. Was there, I don't remember, was there attack for the arm on this side, or was everything on this side?
I think with that grip, it's technically on this side right now, because you have the near side armor.
Right.
The only other one we did was the if you don't have this grip, you go that like is if my hands in here, and then that's where you can like elbows. I'll lose that. Yeah, and then you roll me. Yeah.
So,
So you have those options.
so north-south, there was nothing on that side.
I don't think so. I think it was both this side.
Whether it be this way, this way, this side.
Yeah. And I think that here, when you start switching, so go ahead and start switching. So as you switch, if I go this way, you can take that collar grip.
Right,
But if I go this way,
right.
where I don't feed it under your arm and try and stay tight, yep, you can take that grip.
This still goes very Kyle-esque.
Yeah, I like the Kimura and I like the Kimura grip, and then that's just like added. So
Right.
now, when I go to north-south and do that transition, those are the three I'm gonna look for, probably. I'll probably look for that grip, but if they do this and don't give me that, I'm gonna scoop it and drive, and then I'm gonna drive to that Kimura.
Right. You said 3.
Then three, yeah, because I'm gonna look paper cutter
Okay.
near that arm bar with that grip, and then if they don't give me that, I'll probably just drive.
Call it a shotgun or
I don't know what they call that.
I remember hearing the term shotgun on bar somewhere, and I think that was it. Because we
Because the
carry
way
a
you
shotgun
grip it.
walking through the woods,
Yeah,
just hanging your arm.
oh, that makes sense.
Alright, so you're gonna need north-south, I mean.
Yeah. And if you get nothing, just think of the transition.
Right.
Because that's where we started. Here, frames come in, you're in a bad spot, switch. You change the, yeah. We've switched, maybe you don't get the grips you want, maybe, but you can look, this
Right.
hand's here. So then you can go, yeah,
Right.
if this hand's here, you can go under.
Right.
But if you don't want any of that, you're just here, you can switch to the other side, or, you know, rotate this way, spin. Yep. Yeah, and try and stop. You go under the head. Yep, and try and stop the full turtle. Because from here, I mean, you're already in the gift wrap pretty
Right.
much.
Right.
So I'd have to be like, I don't know.
Right.
But all off of me winning the frame battle for a second.
Right.
You said, nah. Right? Why? Why am I gonna fight you?
That's definitely where I'm the second point. I get in that frame battle, you know, keep trying to be, they've got frames, stuff they're doing.
Yeah. So those are the like, either you have to use the frames against them, go around the frames, change the position, but just think of like changing the fight. That's what I've been trying to like, that trigger of, I'm losing. I just accept it
Right.
and then move.
Right.
Because the same, the other, when I like two from side, if we're here, if you put that frame in, what I found from here is, this is the other option. Yeah. So from here, you can,
Oh, yeah.
so as you drive, I'll give you a little space and then with that, and I'll try and drive into this.
Right.
That one. But that frame option is that with, see your elbow, it's already into the mat now,
Right.
and then I'll transition from there into mount. So I wouldn't stay inside,
Right.
but as soon as I get this arm, see,
I see.
that's the full
I see
transition.
what you're saying.
I'm just showing you the motion of,
Okay.
you give them a little bit of that, and you're like, yeah, yeah, oh, you're winning. Here, so that tiny
Right.
lift, and now I can fight you with your elbow.
Okay.
Like,
That makes sense. Because this frame is strong, that frame's not. Because it's not just step across and finish the
Yep.
count, it's high shoulder.
yep, so here, I can't just mount,
Right.
because you have all your frames, you have
Right.
everything. But if I can start getting this up,
Right. That's not so fucking bad, so
and now all of a sudden you find yourself like this in mountain, you're like, what just happened?
Exactly. No, that's brilliant.
But that's another like tiny, if you find people doing it, sometimes I'm like, I'll give it, you're like, you can gurgle a bit too, and you're like, oh, and you really get them to put that in there.
You're
Good,
like,
and then
push.
you just jack it.
Right.
Okay.
But it's all the things like that. That this is losing.
So I'm looking for that.
So yeah, bring your like hand, almost like you're gonna spider walk it, like the elbow, like this way. Yeah, but you can bring your hands together and then you drive your shoulder and your everything that way. And switch and keep it.
Right.
Keep the pressure down. Oh, yep. So we're here. Driving it. Yeah, it's
That sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks for you, I know.
but you can see the leverage. It's really easy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
As soon as you turn that, it's just like
Yeah, once you get that frame from here to here, because this is vertical, it's straight into the ground.
yeah,
Now it's just muscle strength trying to keep the elbow up.
yeah.
So biologically, it makes all sense in the fucking world.
Those are like the tiny, as you're feeling, so you're here, you're like, I'm good, I'm cooking the guy. But if you ever feel like this is getting in, this to me indicates I need to switch right away. I
Okay.
either need to change the position or deal with the elbow.
Elbow.
Yeah. And then also when you start feeling like this coming in, right here, I'm already saying I'm losing.
It's already, that's what I feel once I get those, you meet your frames like that, I feel like I'm losing, I spend so much time trying to regain this position.
Yeah,
I need
'cause-
to bail out or change.
Yeah, that's where like you've just been doing it on solid. Like,
Right.
So we're here, you start switching, taking that. Yeah, and this is stuck. I mean, even though you tumbled a little, this
Right.
arm was stuck.
Right. And the other alternative was, another alternative was just to go south.
Yeah. And that's where we started because these come in and you can feel these frames suck. Now switch.
So I still need to, in order to do north-south, I've got to get this hand over your head.
Yeah, balance big over.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. But now look, all the frames are gone.
Right. Then we're here, elbows high, so I can grab
Yes.
this.
And if elbows low, like if I keep it here, you might not be able to just grab the elbow.
Right.
But see, like I'm under.
Right.
Yeah. Now you can start switching. Yep. Yep. If you cut that down, yep. You can start switching to that armor if you want. Yep. Doesn't have to fight. Here, but you still have all this.
Right.
So even if I'm getting going. Yeah, reset.
Right. I guess arm bar. I gotta go over your hip.
Go to the head first. We'll get the one over the head first.
I need to get my head toward your hip. You
Yeah.
know, weight on you. I'm sitting too far back.
Yeah. As soon as you go to sit back, yeah.
So as we start getting stuff going up, I can get you.
Yep, and then just get that. Yeah, this one first and sit back. Yep, this is a problem.
Start with my center of gravity. The first one was like that, trying to do, how about the leg over there, sit back.
Yeah, and I think you end up, those are the two, when you do that floral one, you
Mhm.
drive like the same
Right.
weight on like hip, weight down.
Right.
I mean, you're already like, those are the things, just like what we started with. As soon as you start feeling like, just think like, I'm losing. That's always, as soon as I feel this, I try and trigger myself to say like, I'm not winning anymore. So switch. Get to a spot where you're absolutely, now you're absolutely winning.
Right.
Now I'm switching here, maybe. Yeah, you're back to,
This one.
yeah.
Okay.
But just think, like, accept, or at least that's what I tried. I just tried to tell myself, like, the faster I tell myself, I'm
This one's
in a
over.
position,
Yeah.
the better I can be as well.
Yeah.
The
no,
more
that
I
makes
say,
sense. I can get this back.
I'm gonna win this back, and then
Right.
they end up like 90% back. That's when I tried to do some like dumb transition.
Right.
I already lost it.
Okay, so I think it feels good the frames are in. Even that seemed to work natural just now. On the hand underneath your head, get your frames in. I push that down, get my hand on your head, just pop up, and keep you with those two down until I make it to place.
Yeah, and you have your right in the belly. That's the other
Right,
one. The
right.
frames come up, and then you just like fuck that or pop up.
Fucking right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna deal with the frames.
Right, right.
That's what we when Mike showed that like one where the pass he was talking about like going around the ring and bringing the knee in.
Mhm.
It's like all of that. A lot of the time we're just like, oh, we're gonna fight through these frames.
Right. Right. They have frames for a reason.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah. Switch the hips.
Right.
Switch the foot. These
these frames suck because you're driving into them.
Right.
You can pop open the north south. I don't even want. I'm not doing that.
I don't want that anymore. Yeah, exactly.
So now my frames have to suck back in, and I have to deal with.
Right. You were immediately successful in getting the angle one on the belly.
Yeah, that's like a.
How do I make that less of an option for you?
I think it depends on like how your weight is. So pretty like commonly easy because this is so easy to do. If I can, you can either try and keep this against like the hip, like you can push it so that I can't.
I thought, so now I'm looking at this, my knee, my shin is at an angle. Should I have my shin more cross?
Yeah, you could. This does make it harder to push this. I mean, I might still try, but it does.
Right.
It's making it
So versus that,
This
it's already
is-
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is.
Okay. That's something else to watch.
And then just paying attention to that switch because you have the
Right,
other
once-
knee
yeah, once you
to
start-
reset it.
Yeah, once you start getting on either, to reset to the other side or spin around.
That's usually like I guess we probably don't put this that's the most.
Oh, sure.
If as soon as they go there, if I'm just gonna see how secure it is. 'Cause the first thing I'm gonna do is if I can take the knee there, just like,
Sure.
cool, thanks.
Yeah.
If that's pretty secure, I'll work something on it. That's like a good, for me, it's a good safe, just like,
It's
check.
steady testing ice cream.
Yeah. You're like, is he gonna hold me here?
Right.
It's the same on like, I feel like that's how all mine seems. Like side control, knee on belly or whatever. I do like the most, like knee on, or side control, I'll start with.
The basic frame.
If I can, and I'll do it.
And
Yeah.
if his knee comes in, I'm like, cool, you know.
Right, right.
From there, if I'm like, oh, okay, now this guy like kind of knows that can I create like maybe a little more strength. If I can, cool.
Sure.
It's when I'm like, there is no space, and I'm like,
Right.
all right,
Time
I
to-
gotta figure something out.
Right.
We usually all start with like that basics of just like testing the waters.
So, knee on belly, spin around the other side. That's gonna happen. You're not attacking it with strength. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and plant this knee on the far side of your head.
Yeah, like down on my head.
Maybe
Yeah,
back
by
side.
my head. Yeah.
Right, right.
And you can grab the arm. I think there's a trend. Like I said, I can't just my knee down. I don't think I can transition very well. But so you can do it from like here. But yeah, as you like come up, I think you can scoop with this hand. And as you come to your side, you can scoop like this almost. So that's what happens. Like this comes down
Okay.
in a fast, not shitty, you know, like me sliding around in 20.
No.
But the knee comes down, this back steps, and you can kind of grab that and come around. But
Okay.
yeah,
So I'm looking to grab that arm, this arm.
Yeah, so during the spin, so as this comes down behind the head, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, so don't think about this at first. That's why when we first talked about it, don't worry about the arms. So just think about yeah. So as put this knee behind the head, drop it, spin. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be all the way behind. I just say behind so you don't need the guy right in the head. If you get it like right around here, you should be fine. It's just the target of yeah. So boom. Yeah, and you're behind. But yeah, that hand ends up like scooping like that.
so it's kind of, you're just, boom. Not a little bit, I think, but it's like when this comes down, it's I'm kind of just spinning out thing. But my weight would still probably be a little bit down. I would think it's probably better. I use that one. Yeah, I don't use that one a ton, but it is a good like switch to just go behind and switch to the other side. Yeah, you don't want to be in front. It's for me the reason I don't use it that much is I don't think I'm accurate enough. So when I, Exactly. That's the reason I don't use it that much.
Right.
Is because when I am here and they start rolling up, I always worry about
Right.
just and then being like a jackass trying to drive this down and spinning this.
Right.
So I always try and aim for like if you're depending how far up, if I can get this down behind your head,
Okay.
that's what I'm aiming for. But that's the reason I say behind that, just because I'm not accurate enough probably to be like close.
Right.
I know I'll just be like a fucking idiot and fucking beat people in the head.
Right. Ability for that one is more
Yeah.
This gets scooped in as it goes down.
Yeah, as like during the transition, you can almost like spin and think. Oh, gee. I think it's this one. Come around.
Oh, yeah, that made more sense for this one.
Yeah, so that's that, and he comes down. Yeah. And then he's, yeah. No, you're good. But you can see how it
Yeah, you're
feels.
right, though, it's gonna be inside hand.
Yeah. Yeah, because then I think you can go under for like kick grabs and with the other hand and stuff like that. That's like that.
I guess in some way, if you're stuck on the antebellum and you get turned inside, you're probably gonna naturally pull your head toward your hips anyways.
Yeah.
You're baiting to do it, I mean, because you're not gonna be here. Do this.
And most people are gonna reach for the second leg,
Right.
which is why you have to long set that one. So as you put this knee down, so you come up and I start rotating towards you. This one, if it comes behind my head, I can't grab it.
Right.
This one,
It's
I'm
right
gonna
there.
reach for it.
Right.
If I can, and I'm gonna come up into my
Oh,
feet.
okay.
So as soon as you, that's why when this one's like ready to hit the ground,
Right.
that one needs to go wide. So this one, so it's nicer to let that. Yeah. Nice. And then that's where you wanna, if you can get this arm and then that under the head, yeah, you can prevent that like full turtle.
Right. Yeah, there's still a fair, once you get that knee over and that back step starts, it turns a lot of the chest on chest, kind of like your transition to north-south.
Yeah.
There's a fair bit, there's not
Good
just
pressure.
it's not a big step, lift your hips up to your leg. It's clear the leg is a big swing out, it's chest,
Yeah.
when you rotate around.
But it's a good transition.
Yeah.
And you see, it really is just keeping that leg from getting grabbed while you do it.
Right.
And the only reason I don't use it as often as in some of these other transitions, because I don't think I'm as accurate with that knee. I get it, and I do get it here and there, but I'm always more worried that I'll knee the guy in the head.
Right.
Like, I can do it and practice it, but so far I've been more like, tip not knee.
And you wouldn't want to go through trying to grab your head, secure your head, so you fight the knee, now you're kind of spread it.
Yeah, you'd probably just be a little, and they might see what's happening then. Maybe, I don't know.
Right.
But I almost don't want them to see it coming
Well, sure.
or maybe they pull their head back because
Right.
you're putting pressure down. They try and free the
Now
mind
you
and
really-
being right
Right, right. All right, what else you got?
Those are, I mean, that's like some really good.
That should help us side control a lot.
Yeah.
Talk about that. That'll help a lot. I think my biggest issue is my side control of the feet is to stick to the next side control. Ready to bail out, get rid of something. The belly comes out. The belly got options to maintain control by squat it or just go over the back.
Yeah.
It's not like they go to or chop around the bottom. Or they roll up or elbow up, scoot underneath.
Yeah. Drive.
Drive
that.
that.
And then for mount, you were talking about mount. I'd say if you like the Americana, then just stick with the two. Which from here, if you do start in a defend, yep, this is the arm bar. You can arm bar here or here, but you can get the scoop. So as soon as they reach for this, it starts sliding out. It's a really nice one too. So again, like we were talking about, almost like litmus test. You're like, oh, he doesn't know.
Right. One second.
I'm here, but you're like, oh, he's sort of. I'm already in position right here.
Right.
I'm already, go. All I gotta do is kick this left knee.
done, that would take away the arm.
Right.
That's why I say it's almost like you're just doing a test. You're just kind of like, how do they defend?
Right.
So if you don't want to commit, usually I start with like, but if this arm starts coming,
Right.
you can go for it.
Right.
Yeah, if you started, depending on the belt and everything like that, but if I started doing this and you started going armpit, then I just become a.
Have to bail out.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
I mean, you can do the same with like sometimes with these. See, I mean,
Oh, yeah. There's so much shit I don't see.
but those are two where you see a similar reaction to this. You see this arm come in,
Right.
and that's what you're looking for. Actually, that's why I said this is more. I'm actually looking for the second.
Right. You're looking for my reaction, not your attack.
But if I
But
find
how
out
do-
you don't know what you're
react?
doing, then I'm like, oh,
Someone's
cool.
gonna take it.
But then this one's similar too. So when you're coming in for like a cross choke or something, and you're reaching, yeah. See how your arms? This one usually comes across the block.
Right.
All I did was take this from here. Further.
You kept the wrist control.
Yep. But I'd have to kick this. I'd be more focused on like this one getting over your
Yeah,
head.
but once you're here, you start leaning, like everything
Yeah.
else, you start leaning toward my hips, not toward your leg.
But again, it's a really like, okay, and then you make it really obvious. I'm like, whoa, I'm coming here.
More obviously make it more base, make it more women.
Yep, and then this just comes a little further.
Right.
And then you can almost go to
Right.
yeah. And those are the reaction, two similar reactions.
Right.
So boom.
Talking Americana.
Yeah, this is gonna come to block or fight you. Grab my hand.
Right. I'm gonna grab.
I think it's this and you scoop under. And get like towards the elbow. So boom, go to the elbow and scoop. Now switch like you're gonna go to S1. Yeah. And then that comes over. Yep. All in one is smooth of a motion. I think like if you doing it in steps, it's kind of boom, scoop, pass, yep, and then you pick that over. Yep. And you'll get smoother and smoother at it because you know what you're looking for.
Right.
So we're here, I'm defending, boom. Yep. Hey, you're still alright.
That's what I'm looking for, right?
Yep, and then just get that over the head as quick as you can. Because I'd say the faster you get this one over the head,
Right.
The more secure it is.
Right.
That one stinks, but over the head.
Right. All the time that flop that.
Yep.
I did it was cross motion.
Yeah, so whichever side you like is your strong side. Yeah. So now, if you're gonna go on this side, as soon as this is the one they're gonna try and block, I might give you the first one,
Right.
but yeah, as this, I'll either put this here, and then you can scoop. So now drive this deep. Yep. Same thing. Now do the same transition. Yep. So boom. Yeah, and I give you this one, or I wasn't paying attention, and I'm like, whatever. But as soon as this one starts reaching for the other end choke, yep, that just releases.
This, good. Right here. I go for this.
Yeah.
This is there.
This one I just drive. It's already in
Yeah,
position.
but I gotta hold it as you go through and then go forward. Right. Release.
Yeah, it's in
Good.
position. Yeah. Air from that.
Now I can really push it that way with this wrist.
Yeah, you can just secure it even more with that. Both hands are available. Yep.
Time to buck up some white belts.
Yeah, you just gotta get them into that, and then it's that second because they're, I mean, if their defense is early enough, right? They're working on the Americana defense or whatever.
Right.
It's the only move they've really seen, so they're like, no, I've seen this one, you know. Everyone keeps trying this Americana,
I can
and then you switch.
Right.
And for you should just look at getting those reactions.
Right. I've heard many times in the past, this color belt, that color belt, how many steps deep you're looking for. That's what we're lacking. Among a lot of other things.
just go with those two. I mean, like everything else is fine. So now it's just like hold the position, right? Like we just talked about. If you feel like, hey, I'm sort of losing this, instead of going for like
Trying
your
to
triple, your triple submission attack or something like that. Instead, you're just like switch, switch, and once you get to the point where you're like, all right, these guys, like I'm dancing all over the
Let
place.
me get a fresh control position.
Yeah, then you can start being like, once you're comfortable doing that, then you start looking at like those. Now you can go like 1, 2, and see which reactions you get. Yeah. But you'll be all set after that. And those are simple ones to like take. That's why I say like pick a move that you're comfortable with, and then just add that second one.
Right.
Like what is he gonna do?
Right.
From there. Yeah, that's where I was saying like the 3 that I'll do now is the one that might show with that elbow scoop from the south.
Right.
So instead of just doing like if I get to the south on that and just looking at maybe the cutter,
Right.
and when I can't get that sleeve grip,
Uh-huh.
now I'm just gonna add in the elbow scoop.
Right.
And try and
Push into it, turn on the back.
Yeah.
Right.
And then from there, I think you still have like 2 options. I was thinking about that. I wonder if we're here, when I get this, and you fight maybe to not make like this leg over or whatever, I can just
Sit in here for a minute.
Yeah.
I can look
Oh, how to read it up.
reverse triangle in here,
Correct.
scissor choke here.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that too. If I ended up getting like chunked or kind of struggling with like getting this over,
like this, getting this over here to arm bar phase, then I can just sit in here.
I can go high and try and reverse triangle. If I can't, and just start sliding, you know. Is this weird? I can sit in here because you have that like if I pinch my knees together,
Right.
straight esophagus.
Right.
I can try and come back up.
Yeah, that was, yeah, I'm thinking, I don't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah, and that was part of, because I've worked on, so here, the focus usually for them is getting the elbow down here. So if you get this elbow to the mat, everything's gone.
Right.
This is, okay.
Right.
But instead of, so when you're here, and if you're struggling, and you're trying to get your elbow to the mat, you can just punch this further and further. So now go ahead and bring your elbow to the mat.
This is an elbow.
Yep. So you just drive this
Right.
until you're ready.
Right.
So from here, if I'm, see this is through,
Right.
yep. And then I can look, arm bar or whatever. But in the meantime, while I grip this, until I feel comfortable with whatever I want.
Right.
Yeah. Reverse triangles. Start switching to holding arm bar.
Right.
You know, but you have a ton of control.
Then what you do?
And I'll probably just try and get the arm bar. I mean, for this I can't, I'll just boom.
Right. Well, because the is there, most of the
Yeah.
loaded up, ready to go. Especially if you put enough pressure on the turn on the side.
Yeah.
It's just almost have to do turn on.
Yep. So those will be probably the 3 that I'll look at this stuff like paper cutter, near side.
I
That's what it's gonna polish on that part.
Yeah.
Right.
Should we get
I like it. So you find somebody else to do it.
Well, we had them for a little bit. Next time they're in here.
Yeah. I want to just jump to different time schedules.
Yeah, I know some of them. Probably, again, the morning's tough. If you're not like regularly up or
Yeah.
have done things in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough. I think they reach out to Josh and see how he's doing, if he's coming back or not.
Yeah. Well, there the first couple weeks, he'll probably be pretty tired. So then just get him out in the on belly.
Yeah. You're an honorary white belt, Josh. Come here.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get back in rolling shape for a couple weeks.
Well, Kyle, as always, I appreciate it.
Well, it's good. It's good to move around. It's good for me to see where like some of the stuff anyway is. Like you were saying, like is the pressure off?
Right.
Even on those like spins. Yeah, I think you're right. Like my pressure's got to be down a little bit. Like
Right.
use the guy more. But everything, just like shoring it all up. I mean,
Right.